Have you done one about a reprobate mind, and how can you tell if God has put you in one? Okay, looks like you do need a little bit of explanation. This actually comes from Romans chapter 1. Now, Paul is building a case for what God has done for those whom he loves. And part of that is understanding our fallen condition. In setting this up, he does talk about the wrath of God against all unrighteousness of man. That's starting in verse 18 all the way down through the end of the chapter. Now, when we get to verse 28, that's where the reprobate mind is mentioned, although some other translations use a different one. Here's mine. And since they did not see fit to acknowledge God, God gave them up to a debased mind, same thing, to do what ought not to be done. They were filled with all manner of unrighteousness, evil, covetousness, malice. They are full of envy, murder, strife, deceit, maliciousness. They are gossips, slanderers, haters of God, insolent, haughty, boastful, inventors of evil, disobedient to parents, foolish, faithless, heartless, ruthless. Though they know God's righteous decree that those who practice such things deserve to die, they not only do them, but give approval to those who practice them. Sound familiar? Sound like today's people? Yeah. So the main thing to understand here is he's not talking about believers. Believers are not turned over to a reprobate mind. No, this is people whom he has strived with. The Bible itself says that God will not strive with man forever. God's patience is eternal, but he does not choose to be patient eternally. At some point, he understands that you've just completely refused to do anything with him, and he's just going to let you go. And that's what we call blasphemy against the Holy Spirit. When you have received as much of the Holy Spirit's testimony as possible, and there's nothing left to call you back, you've decided that damnation is the way you wanted to go. And so, God grants you your wish. And this is why Jesus condemned the Pharisees and gave them as an example. When they declared that he was doing things by the power of Satan, it was pretty clear that they were too far gone to be saved.